WDAM 7 First Alert Weather.
Hey folks, and welcome back. Starting things off with the radar for tonight. Still hanging out right around 70 degrees this evening, but I do have some good news to pass along. Let's zoom in here a little bit tighter and take a peek at some of these thunderstorms that are starting to sneak in here. Now, all the reds and the oranges continue to drift away. You see that little green line right there, that little green line right out in the leading edge? That's actually cold air from the thunderstorm that's starting to outrun the thunderstorm. That usually means they're outflow dominant. That usually means they're starting to fall apart. But again, this is exactly what we expected. So far, forecast verified. Down off to the south, we do have some showers out there. And again, I'm going to slide back. Again, if you hear thunder outside or rain overnight tonight, that's not severe weather. We don't anticipate any severe weather overnight. You could hear some thunder. You'll probably hear a little bit of rain from the north down to the south from some of these instability showers that are out there. I don't want folks to worry tonight. What I said on Facebook about 30 minutes ago, I'll say again. If you're concerned about severe weather, I would say set an alarm for about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Wake up, check the WDAM weather app. And if you don't have it, download it, please. It'll help you out, at least put your mind at ease a little bit for what we anticipate coming. Because the slight risk that's off to the west, everything that's out here will continue to fall apart and march off to the east. And as it does so, it'll probably rain on you, and you'll probably hear some thunder in the distance. And if you don't have the app, or if you don't kind of think about it, you wake up sometimes and your mind is scattered everywhere. You might think, oh no, this is something bad that's happening, but we're going to have to wait until we move into the day tomorrow. I think after about 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, for most of us, before we have to deal with severe weather. And I will say this too. Had a lot of questions from folks about saying, okay, well, if there's a risk for severe weather in the morning, Nick, do I have to worry about the kids standing at the bus stop? Am I going to be able to make it to work? Should I stay home from work until everything goes through? I'll say this about kids out at the bus stop. If you can drive your kids to school tomorrow, I know that isn't an option for a lot of people. Or if you know somebody that can, that may be the way to go. I don't want kids standing outside when there's a chance for, showers and thunderstorms, let alone severe weather. But in terms of going to work in the morning, this isn't a widespread severe weather deal. This isn't an outbreak. This isn't like what they saw in Alabama about a week ago. And I know it's kind of scary to hear tornado warnings tonight to our north. But this isn't one of those situations. So plan on going to work. Just, again, check the app. Download the app now. Check it in the morning before you go out the door. I don't want you driving into a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning tomorrow. That's the opposite of what I want. I finally got a model that I like. Finally. By 4 o'clock in the morning, notice the rain's not moving very much. Everything that was out here will move across the area, kind of fall apart. As we head through 5, 6, 7, 8, the first line kind of falls apart as it passes through the area. And it depends on how far south this makes it for this second piece as it moves through and what it's going to do. I tend to think that the cold isn't going to make it too terribly far off to the south. I think everybody around 84 into the south will probably have a threat for severe weather as we head through mid-morning tomorrow and into early afternoon. Please check the weather, though, in the morning. Check out Rex and find out what the weather's going to do, because this is probably going to change as we head through the overnight hours, because it's Mississippi and the weather doesn't know what it wants to do half the time. We do clear things out, though, as we head through the weekend. This number hasn't changed, really, in the last about 72 hours, which makes me feel really good about the forecast. Maybe not the specifics, but about the overall threat for severe weather. This has remained pretty constant, right around a 3, which is somewhere between a marginal and a slight risk for severe weather, which is where we're at right now from the SPC. So good news. More good news. The threat for tornadoes has come down. Good news. We still have to worry about wind, and that can still cause tree damage, but the threat for tornadoes has come down a little bit. Now, all that said, we're talking about showers and thunderstorms moving in by 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, just to kind of wrap it up and put a pretty bow on it. 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. They'll be with us all the way through probably 3 or 4 in the afternoon. We're going to have 2 rounds, though. You're going to get 1 round of the morning. You'll get kind of a lull, I think, probably around lunch. Okay. Maybe a little bit before a second round rolls through as we head into the afternoon. And again, I want to stress that this isn't an outbreak. We're not talking about tornadoes everywhere. We're talking about a tornado or 2 possible, not even likely, just possible, with mainly rain and wind.
Right. Stay on top of it.
All right, thank you.
Hattiesburg girls basketball recently won a state championship. Another team could soon be doing the same.
And sports is here with more.
That's right. Hattiesburg's track and field squad